the best advice that my dad has given me is probably spend the extra money on the good stuff, buy a warranty for it because I'm gonna break it, and probably read the fine print because my dad makes me read the fine print of everything. That's some dad advice.
The best advice that my papa ever gave me was to always dress to impress. He says if you're the only person in the room who's overdressed for the part, it means that everyone else has underdressed and that they all wish that they look just as beautiful as you do.
The best advice my dad's ever given me would be to not spend more than I can afford and not take on more than I can afford, which I'm still working on.
The best advice my dad ever gave me was to always pay your
bills. The best advice my dad ever gave me was actually some recent advice, and he told me that I needed to let the little things go, not to sweat the small stuff, and just focus on what's important. And I'm still working on that, Dad.
Make sure you have on clean underwear, because if you get into a car accident and the cops have to cut your clothes off, nobody wants to see your skid marks.
One of my favorite memories with my dad is probably when my sister and I were growing up. We had bunk beds. Even though we both had our own rooms, we wanted bunk beds. And my dad would read to us at night. And he actually read us To Kill a Mockingbird, and that was like one of our favorites. It became like a family favorite. And now I have this tattoo, so.
My favorite memory of me and my dad is actually one of my earliest memories. When I was little, he used to put me on his feet and swing me around the living room, and we would always dance to Earth, Wind & Fire, September, so now every time I hear that song, I think of my dad.
Growing up, my dad would always tell me and my brother these ridiculous bedtime stories involving all of our favorite TV characters, and every story ended with Charlie Brown being drunk. And at the time, we obviously didn't know what that meant, but it always meant that he had a lampshade on his head.
When I was really little, and he used to take all of me and my 3 other siblings, we all used to sit around a table and we used to color, and he used to tell us stories about fairies and dragons and trolls, and when we all got excited, we would go outside in the backyard and we would go and hunt for these fairies and trolls and dragons. And whenever we saw a butterfly or a dragonfly, I still think of that day, and I think of him saying, "That is a fairy in disguise." So that's one of my favorite memories.
I remember going to Fenway with him. I remember when we would go every Father's Day, sometimes even Mother's Day, and there was one Yankees game that we sat kind of up and on the side, and they were playing the Yankees, and my father was heckling Chuck Knobloch so bad that Chuck Knobloch basically looked up and told my dad to go F himself.
One word I'd use to describe my dad would simply be cool. Like, I have the coolest dad.
Hardworking.
He is a builder.
I would say smart.
He is the hardest working person that I know.
He's the smartest person I know, and he knows everything, and I have to call my dad for everything.
He loves to use his imagination. He's always tinkering with various different things.
One word to describe my dad is friendly.
Friendly.
He's missed. I'll stand by that one. One word to describe my dad is missed.
Happy Father's Day!